Brain doctor warns this common shower mistake can cause a stroke overnight. Senior health. You know, the shower has always felt like a safe place, hasn't it? A warm, quiet space. Somewhere we let go of stress or gently wake up to a new day. For many of us, it is the only time we're alone, without distractions. It can feel like the safest room in the house. But what if I told you that for people over 60, it may actually be the most dangerous? I want to speak to you today not just as a doctor, but as someone who has walked beside older adults for over 30 years. As a brain doctor, I need to share a hard truth, and I say this with care, not to scare you, but to help you stay well. That room we trust, the bathroom, statistically becomes the riskiest room in the house after age 60. And not just because of slips and falls. I've seen too many strokes, fainting episodes, and cardiac emergencies happen right there in the shower. Not from long-term disease, but from daily habits, small, unnoticed choices we make alone. The water temperature, the time of day, the way we move or don't move while we shower. These can quietly, gradually increase your risk of stroke or cause sudden blood pressure drops, even trigger a clot. Have you ever felt dizzy in the shower? A little off balance? Lightheaded? If you felt that, you are not alone. And today, we're going to talk about why. Because once you understand what is happening inside your body, you can protect your brain, your heart, and your independence. In this video, I want to gently walk you through 9 common habits in the bathroom that can silently increase the risk of stroke, heart stress, or dangerous drops in blood pressure. Some of them might surprise you. Some may be part of your daily routine right now. But the good news is they are easy to change, and small changes can bring powerful protection. So please stay with me to the very end, because this just may be one of the most important health conversations you and I ever have. Let's begin. Brain doctor warns this common shower mistake can cause a stroke overnight. Senior health. You know, the shower has always felt like a safe place, hasn't it? A warm, quiet space. Somewhere we let go of stress or gently wake up to a new day. For many of us, it is the only time we're alone, without distractions. It can feel like the safest room in the house. But what if I told you that for people over 60, it may actually be the most dangerous? I want to speak to you today not just as a doctor, but as someone who has walked beside older adults for over 30 years. As a brain doctor, I need to share a hard truth, and I say this with care, not to scare you, but to help you stay well. That room we trust, the bathroom, statistically becomes the riskiest room in the house after age 60. And not just because of slips and falls. I've seen too many strokes, fainting episodes, and cardiac emergencies happen right there in the shower. Not from long-term disease, but from daily habits, small, unnoticed choices we make alone. The water temperature, the time of day, the way we move or don't move while we shower. These can quietly, gradually increase your risk of stroke or cause sudden blood pressure drops, even trigger a clot. Have you ever felt dizzy in the shower? A little off balance? Lightheaded? If you felt that, you are not alone. And today, we're going to talk about why. Because once you understand what is happening inside your body, you can protect your brain, your heart, and your independence. In this video, I want to gently walk you through 9 common habits in the bathroom that can silently increase the risk of stroke, heart stress, or dangerous drops in blood pressure. Some of them might surprise you. Some may be part of your daily routine right now. But the good news is they are easy to change, and small changes can bring powerful protection. So please stay with me to the very end, because this just may be one of the most important health conversations you and I ever have. Let's begin.
Habit number 1, taking a hot shower immediately after waking up. For most of us, a hot shower in the morning is a comforting ritual. It wakes us up, relaxes the muscles, gets the day going. It feels good, like a warm hug after a long sleep. But as a brain doctor, I want to gently show you what happens behind the scenes. When you step into a hot shower right after waking, your body experiences something called thermal stress. The hot water causes your skin's blood vessels to widen quickly, a process called vasodilation. This is your body's way of cooling itself down. But when blood vessels widen, they become a larger space for blood to flow into. Now, combine that with something else. When you get out of bed and stand up, your blood pressure naturally dips for a moment. Your circulatory system is still trying to adjust to gravity. Your heart hasn't fully caught up yet. So now you have two things happening at once. Blood vessels wide open, pulling blood toward the skin. Blood pressure slightly low, making it harder to push blood up to the brain. The result? Your brain may not get enough oxygen in those first few minutes. That drop in blood flow can be dangerous. For a younger person, it may cause nothing more than a short dizzy spell. But for someone over 60, especially if arteries are stiff or narrowed, this can trigger a mini stroke or even a full ischemic stroke. I remember one of my patients clearly, Mr. Leonard James. A retired carpenter, 75 years old, strong, proud of his daily routine. Every morning, he woke up, skipped breakfast, and went straight into a hot shower. He said it got the blood moving. But one morning, his wife found him sitting on the shower floor. He wasn't fully unconscious, but he couldn't speak clearly, and his right side was weak. We ran scans. He had a mild stroke, no fall, no injury, just the combination of hot water, early timing, and a tired cardiovascular system. It had quietly built up over the years, and that one morning, his body could not compensate. So what's the solution? Let your body wake up gently. Wait 20 to 30 minutes after getting up before taking a shower. Give your blood pressure time to stabilize. Drink a glass of room temperature water first thing. It gently boosts blood volume and prepares your system for movement. And when you do step into the shower, keep the water warm, not hot. If your skin turns red, it's too much. This one change can help protect your brain every single morning. Habit number 2, sudden exposure to cold water. On the other side of the spectrum, some people believe a cold shower is the key to energy and vitality. You might have heard it's good for circulation or sharpens the brain. But for an older body, it can do more harm than good. Here's why. When cold water hits your skin suddenly, your blood vessels clamp down fast, a process called vasoconstriction. It's a built-in survival reflex, your body trying to conserve heat. But for someone over 60, whose arteries may already be narrowed by plaque or have lost elasticity, this sudden squeezing creates a spike in blood pressure. Your heart now has to pump harder, against a tighter system with less give. This can damage the inner lining of arteries, trigger arrhythmias, irregular heart rhythms, or even dislodge a plaque and send it through your bloodstream. If that plaque travels to the brain, it can cause a stroke. I had a patient named Robert Hayes, 79, retired firefighter, strong-willed. He read online that a cold rinse after his shower would boost brain health. So one winter morning, after his usual warm shower, he turned the water cold for just 30 seconds. His chest tightened immediately. He collapsed. Thankfully, his wife called 911 in time. He'd suffered a transient ischemic attack, a mini stroke. His heart rhythm had also gone into a dangerous pattern. He was lucky it wasn't worse. He told me later, "Doctor, I thought I was helping my body." I hear that a lot. So here's what I tell people like Robert. Your body now thrives on balance, not extremes. Do not switch suddenly from hot to cold water, whether in the shower, a pool, or even washing your face. If you enjoy cooler water for skin reasons, that's fine. Just lower the temperature slowly over several minutes. And most importantly, if you have heart rhythm issues, high blood pressure, or get dizzy easily, avoid cold showers altogether. The risk is simply not worth it. Habit number 3, showering too early in the morning, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. This might surprise you, but the time of day you take a shower matters more than most people realize. Between 5 a.m. and 8 a.m., your body is already in a state of physiological stress. This is when your circadian rhythm, your natural internal clock, begins to wake you up. Your body releases cortisol, a stress hormone. That helps you transition out of sleep, but it also triggers a rise in blood pressure and heart rate. On top of that, your blood is thicker during this time. Platelets, the cells responsible for clotting, are more sticky in the early morning. Now, imagine adding a hot shower to that picture. Heat causes vasodilation, as we talked about. That pulls blood away from your core. You're standing upright, dehydrated from sleep, and possibly still adjusting to being awake. It's a perfect storm, and it puts stress on your brain and heart. This is why stroke and heart attack rates are highest in the early morning. The body is vulnerable. Let me tell you about someone I cared for. Miss Carol Matthews, 83 years old, a retired piano teacher. She was disciplined, woke up at 6 a.m., showered at 6:15, ate breakfast at 7. Her routine gave her structure and a sense of control. But one morning, right after her shower, her right arm went limp. Her words slurred. It was an ischemic stroke. The very routine she had trusted for years had become a silent strain her aging body could no longer handle. Here's what I want you to try. Delay your shower by at least 45 minutes to 1 hour after waking. Give your heart and blood vessels time to adjust. Drink a glass of water first, room temperature, not cooled. Then eat something light, like toast or a banana. This small buffer allows your blood pressure, hydration, and blood sugar to stabilize before you put your body under the stress of a shower. It's not about breaking your routine. It's about gently adjusting it to protect your brain and heart. Habit number 5, poor ventilation, the steamy danger. A warm, steamy shower feels relaxing, especially on a cold morning. But all that steam can quietly reduce the amount of oxygen in the air you're breathing. This is especially true in small bathrooms, without a fan or open window. When you breathe in that humid, oxygen-poor air, your lungs are working with less. Your heart has to pump harder to get oxygen to your brain. And if your heart or lungs are already compromised, say with COPD or heart failure, this added strain can be dangerous. The brain, when starved of oxygen, becomes confused. You may feel off balance, foggy, or suddenly dizzy. And when oxygen levels drop too low, blood can become more likely to clot. That's how mini strokes and arrhythmias begin. I remember a patient, 77 years old. She kept reporting dizziness and brain fog after her morning showers. We did all the tests. Everything looked normal. Until one day, she mentioned her shower routine. She'd take long, hot showers in a sealed bathroom, no window, no fan. She was unknowingly creating a low oxygen chamber each morning, and her brain was paying the price. The fix? Always use the exhaust fan. Turn it on before you turn on the water, and keep it on at least 20 minutes after you're done. If you can, crack open a window. Even just 1 inch makes a difference. Or leave the door open just a little. You are not just airing out steam, you are giving your brain the oxygen it needs to stay clear, sharp, and strong. Habit number 6, showering immediately after a meal. Now here's something most people never think twice about: taking a shower after eating. It seems harmless, even efficient. But for people over 60, it can quietly become risky. After you eat, your body enters what we call postprandial circulation, That means your blood flow is redirected to your digestive organs. Your body sends more blood to your stomach and intestines, so it can break down food and absorb nutrients. That means less blood is available for the brain, muscles, and heart. You might already feel a bit sleepy or sluggish after meals. That's part of this natural shift. Now, imagine adding a warm shower on top of that. Heat causes vasodilation, widening of the blood vessels, which pulls even more blood away from your core. So now, your brain gets even less oxygen-rich blood, and your blood pressure may drop too low too quickly. This is where we see severe dizziness, even fainting, and in some cases, it can trigger an ischemic stroke, especially if blood flow to the brain is already reduced. So here's a gentle suggestion. After any significant meal, whether breakfast, lunch, or dinner, wait 30 to 45 minutes before showering. Let your body focus on digesting. Use that time to sit, relax, maybe read or watch the news. Give your circulation time to settle. Your brain and your balance will be safer for it. You know, many of us have already made small changes to make our bathrooms a little safer. Maybe you've added a shower chair or a non-slip mat by the tub. These little things matter, and they can be the reason someone avoids a fall that changes everything. Let me ask you, do you use a shower chair, or do you have your own tip for staying safe, something that's worked for you? Please share it in the comments below. Your small idea might protect someone else's independence. And if this conversation is giving you a new way to look at your routine, would you mind tapping the like button? It helps me know this message is reaching the people who need it. And it tells the platform this is a conversation worth spreading. Now, before we go further, there's something important I want to share with you. It's about what you do right before stepping into the shower, and how that one decision can quietly change everything.
Habit number 7, standing too long without support. Let me ask you something. Do you ever take pride in standing through your entire shower? It's understandable. It feels like a sign of independence. But standing too long in one place, especially in a warm shower, can put quiet but serious strain on your circulation. Here's why. When you stand still, especially in a warm environment, blood begins to pool in your legs. Your veins rely on your calf muscles to push blood back up toward the heart. But as we age, that calf muscle pump becomes less efficient, and warm water causes your vessels to open wider, which makes pooling worse. When blood pools in the legs, less of it returns to the heart, and that means less blood gets pumped to the brain. That can cause lightheadedness, confusion, even collapse. And remember, blood that sits still too long is more likely to form clots. Those clots can travel to the lungs, a pulmonary embolism, or to the brain, a stroke. So, the solution? Use a shower chair. It takes the pressure off your veins and reduces the risk of pooling. If you prefer to stand, keep your shower short, no more than 5 minutes. And make gentle movements. Shift your weight, do small calf raises. Keep the blood moving. Even a little motion helps your circulation work better. Habit number 8, sudden changes in position. Have you ever dropped the soap and bent over quickly to pick it up? Or turned around fast to grab your towel? These small movements may seem automatic, but in a warm shower, they can trigger dangerous shifts inside your body. Here's what happens. When you bend, twist, or raise your arms suddenly, your blood pressure can drop quickly. That's called orthostatic hypotension, and it's more common in older adults. Your body uses a system called the baroreflex to manage pressure changes, but with age, this system slows down. In a warm shower, your blood vessels are already dilated and your pressure is lower. So even a small, sudden movement can disrupt blood flow to the brain. This can cause dizziness, blackouts, or falls. And it can also dislodge unstable plaque, leading to clot formation and stroke. So here's a safer way.
Organize your shower items ahead of time. Keep soap, shampoo, and towels within easy reach, ideally at waist height. Use a handheld shower head. It lets you wash your feet or legs without bending over. If you do need to turn, move your feet first, then your body. Avoid quick twists or jerky movements. Move with intention. Your brain deserves that gentleness. Habit number 9. Showering soon after taking certain medications. This last one is something I don't hear talked about enough. Many of you take medications in the morning, especially blood pressure pills like beta blockers, ACE inhibitors, or calcium channel blockers. These medications help by relaxing your blood vessels, lowering your blood pressure, and protecting your heart. But here's the problem. If you take your pills and then step into a warm shower right away, you're adding a second drop in blood pressure before the first one has fully settled. The result? Your pressure can drop too far, too fast. This can cause severe dizziness, fainting, or stroke, especially if you're standing on a slippery surface. I've seen it happen more than once. The shower becomes a dangerous place, simply because the timing was too close. So here's a safer routine. After taking your morning medication, wait at least 30 to 45 minutes before showering. If your dose is strong or you're sensitive to it, wait closer to an hour. Use that time to eat a light breakfast. Let the medicine absorb and your blood pressure stabilize. Then you can step into the shower, safer, steadier, stronger. Conclusion. Your bathroom should be a sanctuary, a place of comfort, a place of peace, not a place of risk. But the truth is, especially after age 60, our bodies change, and the rules of safety change with them. What once felt normal, a hot morning shower, a quick twist, a long stand, can quietly become a risk to your brain and your independence. But here's the beauty in all this. Every one of these habits is within your power to change, not with fear, not with pressure, but with quiet awareness, with small steps, with kindness to your body. You are the most important member of your healthcare team. You are the guardian of your brain. So please, try just one change tomorrow. Maybe wait 30 minutes before your shower, or place a non-slip mat inside your tub. Each small step becomes part of your safety routine, and that becomes the way you protect your independence. If even one of these ideas gave you a moment of clarity, please take a second to click the like button.
And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe. Not just for yourself, but for the thousands of others who might need this exact message. You can also leave a question in the comments. I read them, and they help me know what to talk about in our next video. This is not just a channel. It's a community for people who want to live fully, wisely, and well, even after 60. So let's keep learning together. You have the knowledge now. You have the power. You've got this. Be gentle with yourself and be well. This is your Brain Doctor, wishing you a safe, peaceful, and healthy day.